Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sea Power Naval Combat in the Missile Age. We have received a flash message and we have to go hunting. There has been reports of a Russian naval fleet with a Slava rocket cruiser that is inbound towards a new beachhead that was established at Sandakan. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, I do apologize. But yes, this ship, this is the Slava class that we need to take out. And it is also it has possibly nuclear weapons on board. We need to sink her. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So this is our Sturgeon class. There we are. After the capture of Sadakan, the Slava SAG has been reported somewhere in the Sulu Sea. Intel assumes this SAG has orders to destroy or attack and destroy the Allied beachhead. Take command of the U.S. submarines in the vicinity to locate and destroy the SAG. USS Silverside must survive. So this sub right here must survive. All right, she's running at 2/3. We're going to already submerge her down to just above the thermal layer. I want to be close to that thermal layer in case I need to use it to, I guess, avoid some of the ships. We're also going to bank you to the north. So if you guys didn't already know yet, a lot of the submarine warfare in this game is really, really good. It is modeled very nicely. The thermal layer, for example, the thermal layer. Above the thermal layer, actually right now it's above the thermal layer, which is a very warm sector of water, which means that sonar is able to work much more efficiently. Once the sub goes below that thermal layer, it's cold water and it's denser, and sonars and being able to detect a submarine below the layer is much, much harder. I know there's probably a better way of explaining this, but that's at least the gist of how I've understood it, is that below the thermal layer, you're generally safer, not 100% safer, but generally safer. All right, we have the bar over here, the USS Bar. So we're gonna drop you also just below or above the layer. You're on there 6. So we're gonna punch you up to standard because they're behind, or this sub's behind. It's gonna be a little bit harder to hear. I don't know what the state of these ships are running, like what speed. This says 26 knots. That would be hard for them to hear anything at 26 knots. That's running at 6 to 13. I almost said 6 knots. It's running at 13 knots. So it's going to be harder to hear. That's going to be easier to hear us, but I don't know what that is. I don't know what either of these are. These could be just merchant ships, or they can be hostiles for all I know. But we are going to identify them here soon. All right, you're down at this depth, so let's go ahead and see what this is. Information says it could be a Pegasus, a Kara, Krivek. There we go. All right, so it classified it as it could potentially be a Kara, Krivek 2, a Kara, or a Kashin. It could be any of these. The confidence is going up, so the higher the confidence goes, the more likely it'll identify 100% what the ship is. And I'm not hearing any sonar. What's our distance? We're 10 miles out. We are 10 miles out. This one, it is 16, almost 17 miles out. We are running faster than that ship. I have a feeling this is an enemy ship as well. It looks like it's kind of a formation they're in. Only issue is this one's running at 26 knots and this guy's being 13 knots. They're in a formation. This guy's dusting him. So I don't know. We're going to edge you in slowly.
027. Hell my.
Yeah, we're going to edge that sub in the silver side in just ever slightly. I may dip it down below the layer so I can punch the power, get a little faster. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is these warships. Depending on how many warships, if I shoot even 1 or 2 torpedoes, pretty much just 1 at that point, they're going to snapshot on me. And a snapshot basically is a defensive maneuver that allows basically a ship or a sub to immediately, I wouldn't say instantly, but very, very quickly launch a set of torpedoes in the general direction of where I am, hoping that the torpedo's sonar is able to pick up on me. So that's a snapshot. So that's the only thing I'm really worried about, is them snapshotting on me. Because if they do, they're gonna put a volley out of is it a volley? I don't see her. Salvo. They're gonna put a salvo. That's the right wording. Here we go. It's a warship. What is it considered? Oh, it's a merchant. So it's a supply ship. So it's detecting it as one of these classes of ship, and these are all considered like basically cargo ships. So it's a supply ship. So and that's falling in the tail. So there's probably ships right through here. Where did you just go? That worries me. He's there. I hear sonar. They just went active on sonar. We're gonna go down below the layer.
Make my depth 4, 3.
We're going below the layer. I don't like that. Well, what they just did.
Turn to course 240. Hell my.
Yeah, I don't like what they just did. I kind of want to use this sub as a decoy, shoot off some torps at this ship right here, and then draw them thinking I'm back here, but really I'm off. I'm just off their nose. I mean, I don't know if they suspect 2 subs or not. But we're rocking some harpoons. So we're rocking some harpoons that we can shoot. These are anti-surface missiles that are launched from underwater. They'll come poking out through the water, and then they're just gonna go right and skim the water on top. And then we have Mark 48s, which are they're heavyweight torpedoes. They are wire guided, so technically I'm still trying to figure out how to use the wire guided, honestly, but they are active and passive sonar homing. But they can do mid-course corrections as well. But I can hear that ship. She is pinging away. We're below the layer, though. We are definitely below the layer, and we're just scooting along. Don't worry about us. We're not gonna mess with you yet. But yeah, I believe the Sturgeon is considered a nuclear sub. So there is no, well, generally they won't run out of fuel, obviously, but they are nuclear powered. So we do have a tow array we can reel out, but I don't see the need for the tow to be out, because we're not worried about what's behind us. We're worried about what's in front of us at the moment. But we do have the what I'm assuming is the fleet in kind of a pinched maneuver right now. I want to come in behind them on their flank so that they don't even hear me. They're still pinging away. I just don't know if they can hear me. Obviously, we don't hear them because since we are below the thermal layer, we can't hear up above because we can't penetrate that that layer due to the density. Which, if we can't hear them, I'm going to assume they can't hear us unless we cavitate, and we are not going to cavitate. So when the cavitation is basically you are, I don't know the right wording, but there's a lot of disturbance behind the screw in the back end. A lot of bubbles, I guess is what I'm going to call it. It's hard to explain off the top of my head without actually having the information on my screen on my left, and I'm trying to win a battle right now. But essentially it is basically you're disturbing the water so much that it is creating too much disturbance behind the boat. What is this confidence going up on this? It is. It should confirm on what it is here in a moment. She's running at 13 knots. If this is still the ship right here where it was, and if it really is running at 6 knots, she's listening. And she's listening very closely. So we're going to drop down to 1/3. And we're gonna pop above the layer. We're gonna pop up above the layer just to see what's around us. This sub is scooting along. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pop her below the layer. The barb is gonna go below the layer so I can run her at full. So I can get her real close. There we go. We contact. That's a different ship. It's 8 decibels, 10 nautical miles out. Not sure what it is. It's picking it up as an Iowa or a Long Beach. I know that's not what it is, but also if you look down here, it says it's 200 or 209 or more. So it doesn't have a clue what that ship is. Our sonar station is like, we're still not trying to identify exactly what this is, but there is something out there. Let's see. Who's detecting this? Silverside's detecting this since the barb is below the layer. So we're gonna run her full.
Ahead full. Maneuvering eye.
She can hear the sonar in the front too, but she's behind everyone, so it should be a lot harder for them to determine on where this sub is. But I really want to know what this is. So the ship here, probably another ship right here that we lost contact with, which is running ultra quiet. I can't hear that warship because she's running slow. Let's go ahead and pick up pace of the pick up the time. 30 times speed.
7003.
All right.
Classified. Hostile warship.
We got a hostile warship in front of the other one that we've detected. So what is this? I think that's our Slava. It's either our Rogov. I'm probably pronouncing that one all wrong as well. Utiloi, Slava, which has got 2 of them here, and another Udoi. I'm probably banking on this as our Slava. I want to be 100% certain that is our ship. And if it is, well, we are in prime territory because, well, right here, if you look at our Mark 48s, we are well within range. So if we're well within range, what's our distance? We're 9.5 miles out. We're banking her.
Turn to course.
We're gonna bring her more towards I still want to angle her so she's away from the ship, but I want to get her real close. I want to drop that torpedo in that ship's lap. I want that ship to be like, oh crap, what just happened? But yeah, I mean, if we the only problem is we're gonna be close enough that if they snapshot, they're gonna have a pretty good shot, pretty good beat on us. She's down below 15 miles. I would love to get her within under 10 miles to this ship as well. So let's go ahead and speed it up again, the time. Hold up. All right. So we are now almost 7.5 miles out. We have 3 additional contacts. This is also picking up as Iowa or Long Beach. That's definitely not right. Confidence is going up, so it's going to narrow it down. So that's bogus information. That's also bogus. It's picking up as an Iowa or Belknap. Also 67 others are options. Yeah. And what is this one? Also, it looks like it's been detecting it as an Iowa or Long Beach. Confidence is going up. Nope, now it just narrowed it down. Ticonderoga, Bunker Hill, Kidd, all wrong. We still got 39 others, though. It's on the option or on the list. Is this narrowed? Confidence is really high for all of these. So one of these is going to be it. And I'm going for the Slava. The Slava is probably what it is. And we are within 7.5 miles. And we are running ultra quiet. 1/3 speed. Once we shoot our torpedoes, we have to do a mad dash. Basically get out of the area, because if they snapshot, they're going to snapshot to whatever vector those torpedoes came from, and I need to be out of that area.
004 is classified. Hostile warship.
All right, what is it? Mazva, Cresta, Kinda, Cresta, or Canaan. I don't know which one those would be, but it is going to be one of these ships. Another one's been confirmed.
05 is classified. Hostile warship.
Kara
700
and that one as well.
is classified. Hostile warship.
Kara, Krivak, Kara, and Cashin. And then this one is the same thing. So this is a small little fleet. We got confirmation on what this is. This is, yeah, like I said, this is a supply ship. That is a supply ship. We're under 12.5. We're about 12.5 miles from that ship with the barb. She is within, let's see, is she in range? She is in torpedo range of everyone. That's good. All right. This is where things are going to get dicey. 'Cause I want to be, ideally, I want to be under 5 miles from the Slava, and I need to have confirmation that's what this is. It's going up still. We've got her on passive sonar and still active, but I need that confirmation.
Turn to course 0. Turn to course 080.
We're going to steer into their line. How am I going to run this? She's running full freaking... I'm not going to run flank, because if I run flank, I'm going to cavitate. But she is doing a full sprint to the back end of this fleet. The only issue is this ship has to survive, and she's the closest. So ideally, I need to knock that there it is. I see it. Slava official. She looks mean. Lots of RBUs, which RBUs are basically, think of them as mortars that will fall around your missile or sub, and the shockwave will knock your ship out. But this thing means business. Not running any search. It's not running any air or surface search. All radar is silent. She is running quiet. All right. Like I said, I want to get within a certain distance, but I think 6.5 miles may have to do. Oh, do I want to do it? I want to throw the torpedoes now. So this ship is definitely vulnerable. How far are we from that? We're under 5 miles from that ship. Oh boy. We're definitely we're 5 miles out from that. Confidence is still going up on that. She has no clue I'm out here too. You know what I just realized? They're not running sonar. I wanted to be quiet for a second just to be sure. They are not running sonar. That's kind of impressive. They are not detecting me. And they are also running 13 knots, 13, 26 knots. So this ship is the one that is running the I think it's trying to do scans for subs. She's sprinting and drifting. Krivac. So that's a Krivac. Also, there it is. That's the Krivac. That is dangerous as well. That's an anti-submarine warship. Look at all the torpedo tubes. Also has dual RBUs. Yeah, that thing's dangerous. She is running. That thing is running quick. Now it is. I hear sonar now. They just activated sonar. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna throw torpedoes. Salvo.
Contact faded. Track.
That one is I think just went all stop. 4. You know what? No. 2. Launch.
Engage track 700. Whip it away. Track 700. 3. Make my depth 4, 3, 6. Dive eye.
All right, we're diving. We're diving. We're diving.
Contact faded. Track.
And we're getting the hell out of Dodge.
0, 2, 5. Hell my. Turn to course 0, 4.
What are you gonna do?
Hell my.
What are you gonna do? So now we're below the layer.
Track.
Thermal layer is 419. We're at 4. Okay, full ahead, full.
Ahead full. Maneuver
we're gonna get you out of here.
Turn to course. Turn to course. 0, 5, 8. Hell my.
We're gonna slow you down to 1/3 and pop you above the layer.
Make my depth 3, 7, 6. Dive I.
I want to have at least some type of sonar. So torpedoes are en route. That's cavitating. Those torpedoes are going to be detectable here soon. But that's kind of what the cavitating looks like, is this kind of like bubbly. You can easily hear a ship when it cavitates. Thermal layer right here. We need to be above. We're already above it. I'm surprised we're not here. Oops. Seeing that. There it is. There it is, the lava. So we see it. Right now, she has no idea that there's torpedoes en route. But I'm scooting away. Yeah, she doesn't even seem like she's even faced. No! You're going towards the wrong object. All right, we're gonna snapshot. We're not snapshotting. We can't. That's not a thing for us. Salvo 2. Launch.
Track 700. Whip it away. Track 7003.
Is it still guided? No, I think we already broke the guide. Or did we? I don't know. We have 4 torpedoes heading for the lava. Different vectors. This torpedo's decided just to veer off away from everything too. It's almost like it detected this ship right here. Yeah, it detected this ship, and that's what it's going for. We're gonna keep you above the layer so we can at least monitor the situation. Krivak's come back over. Krivak is moving back into this direction. We are picking her up loud. She's coming back towards us. I'm kind of thinking they detect us. I don't know. I think it's picking up whatever this is. Or I don't know. It's kind of a weird trajectory it's making. I don't think we're being detected right now. There's no hit, no like obvious sign of defense or evasion. There we go. It's up on the surface now. Are we going to hit it? It detected it. Noisemakers is sent out. It now knows that it's being tracked. Please don't go for that noisemaker. Son of a... One of them is. One of the torpedoes is going for the noisemaker, it looks like. RBUs are out.
Surface contact detected.
Dang. Ooh. Lost one torpedo. She's running flank. 30 knots. Torpedo's running at 55 knots. It's getting closer. Less than almost a quarter mile out. It's trying to get away so hard. There it is.
Multiple hostile submerged submarine. Contacts detected.
Oh, there we go. We got her.
03. Contact
We got her. Is the screws? Yep, she's gone dead.
Contact faded. Track.
Ooh, that's a nice scarring right there. Holy crap. She's gonna sink off with that kind of damage. She's gonna sink. Yeah, there's no doubt she's sinking. Oh, that was a beautiful hit. Oh, get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. That was a snapshot. That was a snapshot torpedo right there. I don't know where that, you know where it came from? It came from that Krivak or whatever the other warship that was down here. That torpedo came from him. The Krivak 2 class. It had to have come from that. You know what? You want to play that game with me? I can't. Let's go ahead and, you know what, for fun, Salvo 4 takes down that supply ship.
Whip it away. Track 7001. Whip it away. Track 70.
And there she is. She is sinking. She's trying to save herself by.
Contact faded. Track.
She's trying to. Oh wow, she is definitely sinking.
Track 70.
There it is. Another
Hostile warship.
munitions explosions. Secondary. And there it is. Victory. The Slava has been sunk, buying the Allies time to establish the foothold at Sadakan. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. So, but yeah, that was a fun. I love anti-submarine. It's actually, I love submarine warfare in this game. It is absolutely great. It is modeled nicely. I mean, yeah, I highly recommend this game. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, hit that button right now. It helps a lot. And I plan on doing more of the Sea Power stuff. It is awesome. I'll catch you guys later.